Hello everyone, my name is Donald and I'm starting a vlog where I'm going to talk about some of my hobbies. I've entitled it What Separates Me From You. Shout out to that old Day to Remember album. So in this series, my goal is to just talk about some of the things I enjoy doing with my life and gather an audience of like-minded individuals. I feel I have enough interesting hobbies that there should be something for everybody to enjoy and talk about, be passionate about, and there's maybe plenty that some of you will find a new hobby to enjoy. In an effort to get through the build, measure, learn cycle as fast as possible, this first video is going to be a lot more mundane, more of an introduction video. I plan on doing a lot more fun techniques and editing things in the future. But to start things off, I'm just going to gauge what topics interest my audience most. Here are some things that I would feel most comfortable talking about. The first series of hobbies that I'm going to talk about are what I like to call marketable skills, like cooking, laundry, or first aid. I encourage everybody to learn these skills because while you might not want to make a career out of it, learning these things will make you a more versatile human being. Personal finance, computer automation, and business skills are all what you make of it. Checking out your bank statement and learning how to make a website might not sound like the most exciting thing to do, but once you've got the money needed to go on that much needed vacation, or you're able to create a website to host your resume to land you that awesome job, these skills are gonna ultimately help you lead a more rewarding life. These things can be hard to do, boring to learn, but they improve discipline, focus, and self-worth. I've been a personal finance junkie for almost 7 years now. What started out as just getting an accounting degree because I wanted to follow in my grandfather's footsteps eventually blossomed into a passion for living below my means and valuing time over money. Books like Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and YouTube channels like Graham Stephan, Minority Mindset, Ray is the Entrepreneur, and Beheza have kept personal finance at the forefront of my mind for all these years. I'm happy to teach you guys about the various ways I've learned to decrease debt, increase assets, and create and read personal finance statements. I'd be more than happy to share that knowledge with you. I'm comfortable talking about investing and tax strategies, but I'm not a licensed professional. I'm just somebody who has an opinion and has done some research. If I've been around the block long enough to know when you should invest in a 401k versus a Roth IRA. Money's something I'm very passionate about, and I'd be more than happy to talk about it with you guys. Topic to another, programming. If there's any programmers in the audience, what's up guys, how are you doing? My programming journey began after I'd already been working full-time as an accounting clerk at a credit union. As I began to master the repetitive accounting tasks, month in and month out, eventually I thought to myself, I should be working smarter, not harder. With that, I purchased Automate the Boring Stuff with Python, and from there my new lifelong hobby was born. Once you realize that manipulating spreadsheets by hand is just it's time consuming and you're more likely to make more errors, you never want to go back to doing it the slow way. You want to just let the computer boop 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 do all the work for you. Whether you're interested in creating a simple hello world program in whatever language of your choice, or you want to learn how to use GitHub, or you're ready to dive into more advanced topics, classes, GUIs, and etc., more than happy to open up a couple of vlogs talking about that, and I'd love to show you guys some of the programs I've made throughout my journey. Next is journaling. Journaling is something that I've done on and off my whole life. Generally, when you're taking some sort of class and you're already putting, ink to paper throughout the day, it's a little bit easier to decide randomly that, hey, I should pick up and journal for a little bit. But recently, I've gotten into the habit of journaling before work. I wake up, I have my coffee, I write down my thoughts for the day, I write down maybe some goals, I write down what I learned the day before, and just really anything that's on my mind that I just want to put to paper, whether it's therapeutic or I feel like it's something I need to know. Journaling always keeps me focused, and it gives you something to look back on. Whether you just want to look at your old notes for nostalgia to see how you were feeling at a certain time, or maybe, you decide to become a screenplay writer one day and now you have 60 pages of source material in your journal from, your early 20s that you can reference and make stories out of. I truly believe that journaling will pay dividends for years to come. The next topic that I feel passionate about is small business / entrepreneurship. Once you dive into the world of personal finance, you quickly learn that both while you're young, and you have more time than money, you want to be taking risks. And one of the best risks you can take is to start a business. Businesses are generally going to give you the best return on your investment over, investing in the stock market or saving your money in a bank. Businesses is usually the place you want to be at, the place you want to try. The common logic is if you're going to go broke, do it before 30. You'll have time to recover. So that is exactly what I did. After about 4 years of working in the credit union, doing the same things month in and month out, I decided I was ready for a change, start a little bit more autonomy, take things on my own, and I quit my day job. I got an official business started up. I'm talking the whole shebang. I got an EIN from the IRS. I opened a business bank account with my local bank. I went to town hall and got a business certificate. None of it was terribly complicated. I'm more than happy to share my experiences with it. I'm happy to report that, while my first business wasn't a wild success, it wasn't a wild failure either. I learned so much in the time I spent just working on my business full time. There was no better way to gain that hands-on experience, managing others, managing your own time, figuring out what customers want, responding to their needs promptly. Uh, the whole core concept of reading my financial statements every month, it takes on a whole nother life when you've got your own small business project to work on. So my first business, Snapshot Financials, bookkeeping and software automation, it's still going. I don't make much money. I don't do much with it, but it's still a legal entity. I can accept checks under the Snapshot Financials name. And I'm just glad that I did it as a sole proprietorship. I didn't waste a bunch of money setting up an LLC. I didn't get into a bunch of debt. I just kept it low key and I paid the bills with it. It was awesome. Ever since that first business I started, it's been each side hustle I've created has become easier and easier. I come up with an idea and I can create a domain website and a minimum viable product in almost an afternoon in most cases. My most recent endeavor, On-Way Giveaway Solutions, will help people who throw Instagram giveaways decide a winner and present the winner in an easy way as possible. I had a minimal viable product in one afternoon. You can go check it out, see what it's all about. I would have never been able to have easily set up a website like that without having quit my job and learned through my first business exactly how these things work. It's been great, and I'd love to share these stories with you. Let me know if that's something that interests you. Now that the more marketable skills are out of the way, I'd like to continue with the positive vibe with some more health-focused hobbies. I'm going to break it down into the three subcategories I like to call it: mind, body, and soul. And when I talk about the mind, I mean being confident through talking with people, confident in yourself and your own decisions, bringing positivity and your ability to learn. For body, just your classic exercising and eating right. I've got a few key ideas I kind of like when I exercise. I believe everybody needs their own custom routines. And for soul, I believe everybody, whether you're a creative type or you're a business-oriented type, you need an outlet in the opposite area. So in my case, I'm not a musician, but I play guitar and I'm more than happy to write down raps because I need something to complement the business side of my brain that I'm working on the other parts of the day. I believe it's all about balance. If you're an artist, yeah, maybe consider picking up programming or learning how to do something a little more analytical. It's all part about balance and building up a healthy life together. My first mindset healthy thing that I want to talk to you guys about in the mind category is meditation. I've been doing meditation daily for almost a year now, and it is absolutely one of the best things I've done with my life thus far. You don't realize how much you let other people affect you when one person says one thing and your brain just rattles off 14, 15 different sentences before you blurt out whatever it is you're going to say. You don't need to do that. When somebody says something and my brain starts thinking, oh my gosh, why did they say that? What are they going to say? What are they expecting me to say? I can catch it now. And I'll be like, Don, you're getting ahead of yourself. Get some clarification from the person. What do they mean? The same thing if anybody's ever upset with me at work. I don't need to raise my voice. I don't take anything personally. I recognize everybody's allowed to have their bad days. If somebody's screaming at me, I stare at them. They're choosing to be miserable. I'm just choosing to go about my day. Meditation, when you're upset, meditation is great at bringing you from up here back down to here where you're used to being. When you decide to start meditating, when you're already in a level headspace, that's when you start to see the focus, and you're able to solve problems in your own head. And while you're meditating, you practice keeping a clear mind. So you realize you're sitting alone and you realize, oh, words are popping into my head, like, get them out of my head, like, just be happy, just live in the moment, and don't worry about whatever thoughts. So for 15 minutes a day, I focus on just not worrying about anything, and it absolutely makes me feel like a more complete person the rest of the day. Next is exercise. Exercise is not really one of my favorite things in the world. I do, however, recognize that it's absolutely a core component of a healthy lifestyle. I believe everybody needs to find their own way of getting exercise. If you don't have a physically demanding job that you work at full time, I'm a fan of the school of thought. If I can run, jump, and climb, I can survive. So to kind of complement that, I like doing upper body weight exercise, chin-ups, pull-ups. I used to go do indoor rock climbing a lot back before the pandemic and when it was a little bit cheaper. In order to keep up with my running and jumping, I'm a big fan of playing basketball, shooting hoops. But I'm not afraid to hop on a treadmill and run for stamina's sake, or I hop on a jump rope. I like jump roping. Once I found out one of my idols, Joe McHale, jump ropes, I started taking up that, and that's been a lot of fun. A great way to pump my heart up every couple of hours. Then in my case, my legs and arms do all right. It's the stomach that I need to like actually focus on. So I'd like to do like an ab wheel routine, or I'll do some like yoga every now and again. Maybe some leg ups while I'm hanging from the chin up bar. So it's all about focus. I can share different workout routines with you guys, what I've learned. I make smoothies and stuff in the morning. So if that's something you guys are interested in talking about, let me know about that. I can certainly talk more about a fitness channel. Final topic for the video, music. I truly believe that you need to have some sort of art in your life, whether you're an artist that needs something analytical in their life, or a businesswoman that needs a little bit of art in her life. Maintaining that balance is more important. My music journey actually started at 18 when I picked up a guitar for the first time. It was around that time I was really coming into my own, building up self-confidence. So that was the first time I picked up a musical instrument, and I really thought to myself, hey, a year from now, I'll be a lot better than I was a year ago. Fast forward a decade, and now I'm fully comfortable singing and playing in front of small audiences, and I keep my guitar near my desk for whenever I need to pick up for a few moments of creativity. Also, just like Mark Wahlberg getting really good at ballet and the other guys, I got good at freestyle and writing down raps because one time my friend said, you can't get good at it, you're only born with it. So ironically, I got good at it. So maybe I'll drop a few beats for you guys real quick every now and again, whether you guys like to talk about that culture, rhyme schemes, and in between certain bass, how many syllables you're going to get in there. Those are things that interest me. And I love entertaining. I love playing music for people, and I just, it's one of the fun things to do. And you get you good at making mistakes, comfortable with being uncomfortable. And like I say, I'm a very boring person. I'm in front of a computer all day, so I try to go out of my way to work out the creative side of my brain as much as I can. If that's something that interests you guys, let me know. So that is all I have for you right now. I hope maybe you heard something today that you're interested in talking or learning more about. If you have any feedback, please let me know. I'm just going to try to keep uploading, and in the meantime, like any lean startup, I'm just going to build, measure, and learn as much as I can from my audience and try to build one in rapid succession. Thank you for making it this far into the video. If you believe big things are about to come, please like the video and subscribe. Thank you.